Hi, Mr. Heinzler. My name is Kendra Ruiz. We are a group of Marshall High School students dedicated to exploring and documenting the rich experiences of individuals in Marshall, Missouri. Our mission is to preserve, share, and celebrate the rich history of Saline County through the lens of its students. By researching, documenting, and showcasing key events, milestones, and figures, we aim to deepen community pride and understanding. Through our work, we strive to connect the past to the present, fostering a sense of heritage and inspiring future generations to appreciate and contribute to the county's ongoing story. Let's get started. Can you tell us your full name and when and where you were born?
My name is James Heinzler, and I was born here in Marshall, Missouri.
What was your childhood like growing up here?
Oh, it was a typical mid-Missouri existence. A lot of neighborhood friends, and we were very active outside all the time. Um, it was good growing up here. It was very peaceful.
Can you tell me some of your favorite memories from your early years?
Oh, I don't know. I probably my favorite memories are just a lot of the pickup football games and baseball games and things of that nature that we did all the time. Spend a lot of time in the local park, at the swimming pool or in the baseball parks or whatever. Just a lot of good times.
Can you describe your family and what life was growing up in Saline County?
My family, my immediate family was both my parents, and I have an older brother and a younger sister, and I'd say we're just a typical family. Everybody was involved with something in one way or another, and both parents worked full time, and we made an existence.
Okay. What did kids do for fun?
Well, like I said, we did a lot of pickup games and stuff like that. Even in the wintertime, the sledding and things like that. And, we'd take a car hood out to the park, and 9 people would load on the car hood, go down the hills, and just stuff like that. We made our own fun.
What schools did you attend?
I started at Southeast Primary School, and I went to Beaker Middle School starting 6th grade. That's when they made the change and made a lot of area schools, and that's when the new high school was built, which is now the old high school. But that's when we started Beaker, and I spent 6, 7, 8 in that building, and then high school here at Marshall.
What was your favorite subject?
Believe it or not, my favorite subject was history. I loved the teachers that were in the history department at the time. Great storytellers. It was always fun to listen to them get into character and perform something out. And just they were constantly giving information, but it was entertaining.
What were you involved with in the school?
Well, I played 3 sports: football, wrestling, and track, and then M Club, which was a Letterman's club back then. Other than that, I tried to attend as much stuff as possible. And, whatever sport was playing, I was probably on campus watching.
Tell me about your career after high school.
After high school, I went to Missouri Valley College and got my undergrad degree there. Began teaching, then I started a master's program. I got my master's in specialist through Lindenwood University.
Are there any businesses, buildings, or landmarks that used to be there but aren't anymore?
Oh gosh, if I thought about it, I could probably come up with dozens of them. I know probably one of the biggest ones is the old shoe factory that no longer exists. That employed a lot of people here in town. But what we called the old strip, which was Odell Street, there's we used to have an A&W and Dog and Suds, and there was a couple grocery stores there, and there was a grocery store over here on the north side. There's a lot of things that aren't here anymore.
What accomplishments are you most proud of?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I probably my years of service to the Marshall School District. I've spent a lot of years here, 15 years in the classroom teaching, and then I coached numerous sports through that time. And I'd like to think that, I became an administrator to hopefully make things better for both students and staff. I feel good about a lot of the decisions that I've made along those lines.
How has the community changed over the years?
Oh, I don't know. They changed with the times, I guess, I'm not sure how much, kids are always going to be kids. It's just a matter of what they think they can get away with.
What were some of the biggest events that happened in this town during your lifetime?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. The major eclipse that we had here a few years ago was a big deal. Brought a lot of people to town. The town really rallies around the high school a lot. Back in the 80s, there was a couple different trips for football to state championships, and the town really rallied around those teams, as well as the soccer teams. Recently, they've rallied around those soccer teams. I think the community really watches the high school and really supports what goes on with those kids.
What advice would you give the young people growing up in this town today?
I advise get involved, whatever it is. When you're at school, they need to get involved with it, and it doesn't really matter if it's a sport or music or the play or any club that we may have here. When you get involved, you're happier. One, you make better grades, you make better friends, and it's just successful all the way around. So that's the main thing: is get involved, stay involved, and you won't have any regrets.
Is there anything else you'd like to share about your life or the history of this town?
Oh, I don't know. We have a family business. My brother still has. It's almost 100 years old now, which is kind of neat. It was started by my grandfather in the 1920s, and it's been through a lot of my uncles and my dad, and now my brother. And it's just an old blacksmith shop, but they still do a lot of metal work, and I'm real proud of that heritage that's still around.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.